Today I will be doing my refutation on the claim that online gaming is effective in aiding in the social development of children. The three supporting claims were that online gaming provides a safe environment for social development, online gaming allows children to experience and learn values freely, and online gaming is a fun introduction to the modern world. My response to that is that online gaming is damaging to a child's social skills. This first claim that online gaming provides a safe environment, I would like to say that this safe environment does not mirror real life at all, and it's simply sugarcoating interactions. I would like to challenge the safe environment idea that we do not always get to pick who we work with, and we don't always like it, and it's just something you learn. And children should learn how to coexist with everyone and accept that life has conflict. And by practicing their social skills in real life, children will learn how to work with people of all personalities and work through conflict and confrontation. And online gaming hinders these skills by sheltering them. Another thing against the sheltering is that teamwork in real life is important. Kids learn self-control and how to not have these meltdowns and tantrums when classmates decide to take an opposing position. It teaches them diplomacy, which is how to encourage the slacking member without calling them out. It teaches them empathy, which shows them how to take a teammate's feelings into account, and time management skills in real life. The way online gaming negatively impacts social skills, these children become obsessive and addicted to playing, and often neglect real personal relationships. These addictions can become long-term and follow the player from childhood onward into adulthood, and thus the adult player not having developed any important social skills beyond the game. For the second point, that online gaming allows for children to experience and learn values freely, I would like to say that I found a lack of evidence to support this and to directly refute that point. But I have taken a side point that was in that claim, that creative expression in friendships. Making friends with someone you don't really know online, you don't get to know them, and there's details you're missing from their life, which could normally be determining factors whether this friendship is compatible or if it's a healthy friendship. And children have several outlets of creative expression in real life. They have art, they have music, they have a variety of clubs and sports and academics, and even in most public schools, how they can dress. And my final point I would like to make is that these life skills, that online gaming, I agree, does give them an interest in technology in the modern world, but the same dedication that they apply towards gaming can be applied towards real life in important structures like school and eventually work. The gamer can receive benefits from hard work in real life, such as good grades, which can lead to college, which leads to scholarships, which can lead to a well-paying job. Thank you.
All right, we start off pretty effectively with a list of what the advocate's claims and secondary claims are, and it seems like you are signposting those as you get to them, although you do seem to be starting with a counterclaim on that first point. You make a lot of counterclaims that say the safe environment doesn't really provide the real-life experience, but I didn't hear any evidence to support this. I didn't hear any reason why the advocate's evidence was problematic or anything wrong with the way that they reason. I heard a whole series of counterclaims that talk about how in real life you don't always get to pick who you work with. And I'm asking, well, is that what happens online? You only get to pick who you're going to work with? They don't play games against people online that are people that they didn't pick. Isn't there competition in those online games? Later on, you mentioned skills of cooperation. For instance, you mentioned self-control and diplomacy and empathy. And I'm going, and why is it that we don't get those in online gaming? I don't know. You've asserted that that's something that happens, and there's no evidence on that particular point. Then there's kind of an argument about it being addictive, and I thought, okay, well, this is potentially a place where there is some reason to believe your other points might be valid. But again, there's no evidence on that point. It's all asserted. So you make a lot of assertions about this point. There's nothing that challenges any of the evidence or the reasoning that the advocate argues. We've got counterclaims, and they're counterclaims without any grounds to support them. So I think that that's very problematic. On the second point, you do suggest that there's a lack of evidence from the advocate. Okay, so there's an attempt to directly attack the argument that the advocate's presenting. We're back to the same kind of argument that says, well, we got friends that we don't really know online. Well, why is it that you know somebody online, you don't know anything about them, that they don't develop relationships? I think there's a big presupposition built in here into your premise that you have to have met a person in person to really be able to understand them and relate to them. And I'm not sure that that's the case. I appreciated the challenge to the advocate's lack of evidence, but you've got a counterclaim that basically does the same sort of thing, a lack of evidence to demonstrating that particular point. And then we're back to the same issue about life skills. You suggest that children should be developing life skills, and I'm going, well, isn't that the whole thing that the advocate was talking about, that these things do develop life skills, and it does so in a way that is safe and fun for the kids? And, you don't have any reason to doubt that that is true after hearing what your argument was. So I thought that was a little bit problematic. You're doing a little bit too much reading, and you rush through the material, and I really think that you need to expand a little bit on what the content is, not just make the counterclaims. Thank you.